Greetings and welcome to SmartWatchTix.com. TWS, true wireless stereo earbuds packed inside of a smartwatch. It's true, it's amazing, and it's pretty fun and relatively inexpensive. We're going to take a look at it as soon as I tell you. You can pick it up over at Banggood. You're looking at under $40 for this. It's an S6, and like it says, built-in TWS hi-fi earphones in a 1.9-inch HD smartwatch. Internally, by the way, we got a link in the show notes for you to click over there and pick this thing up. And coupons available if there are any that apply to a discount price. You're running Bluetooth 5.2, so the sound should be nice and clear and not drop out over distance. Full touch power band is the app name you'll be tethering to with all these different languages in the watch, and these are the ones in the app. You got Bluetooth call reminder, message rejection, all those things related to the basic information pushed from your phone. And then in terms of health, you've got heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, and sleep monitoring. In terms of exercises, there's a few of them in here. We'll take a look at that. You got step count as well. And you've also got internal applications, which are the typical ones like weather and stopwatch, custom dial market, and do not disturb and find your phone, those kind of things. IP67 rating, but gang, with earphones in it and it just clips the seal, I really don't expect it to be very waterproof at all. I'd be very careful with this one, not even getting it in the rain if you can avoid it. But they're claiming IP67. Again, 1.91 inch. It's a good-sized watch with a 240 by 284 pixel resolution. 280 milliamp hour battery should give you a good 2 weeks almost of standby time and a little around over a week, about a week of actual usage time. Now, the earbuds charge inside the watch, and they'll charge for 2 to 3 cycles. But of course, that's going to take away from your watch length of time as well. So just factor that in, and it'll take about 2 hours to charge everything back up again. TPU band, and the sizes are here, and it looks like this. It's a tiny little module in here. It's got a little cover on it. We can take the film off of that. And a little round button. Couple of bumps on the side, and that's because of what's inside of it. Now look, you got a little cutout here showing you your sensors and your charging ports. A hinge, I believe, hinges on this side, which means we lift here, and it reveals the inside of the watch. See the hole? That's what's going to go against your body, and the sensors will be able to do all of the readings. But the buds themselves land right in here. They got a little charging port on them, and left and right you see the little light lighting up. We'll take those out and check them a little bit closer later, one on either side, and you just close it up. No way for them to fall out or fly out because they're actually inside the watch, and it's good and thin, really amazing. This is a charging dock. You're going to just set it right in, line up the knob and press it in, and it's in there, and that'll charge it up. And then you've got the TPU bands here, look like basic standard size bands. They're removable with the quick release connection. And lastly is the user's manual. Inside here mentions the QR code for scanning to get the app. But again, I recommend you download it from the Google Play Store. It's always better to get these from the Play Store than from the app connection, because then you know it's gone through Google's double checking for viruses and malware and everything else. Some buttons, some information on functions, little tiny writing. I hope you can read that on the screen. They didn't get in overboard with a graphic artist to show you pictures, so everything is written. And it's relatively short. It's basically related to setting the watch up, pairing it to the app, and then, of course, setting it up so that you can pair the Bluetooth connection for use's Bluetooth headset with the buds in this thing. We have only one button, so press and hold, give it a moment. It vibrated, it says TWS watch, and lands into a first of many different watch faces. This one's a little playful. You've got all of your basic information on here, and the time. You've got that characteristic face that they use on a lot of them. Here's a digital time, with that being your power level, I believe, date and information. This is a downloadable one. You can customize the face if you want to, move the time around. All that's available in the app. Here's another one with some active buttons here. That would be notifications and so forth, your overall settings, and a bunch of other goodies with the date and happy every day. We can switch you over to a round one like this, and if you touch it, it'll change colors. So pretty sophisticated what you can get away with in terms of watch faces on here. When you slide down now, and that's on the lowest brightness level, look at that. You can crank that puppy up really bright. Yeah. Nice. Okay. But we're going to run it softer so it doesn't wash the colors out for you. We've got information on the watch. It's called the Watch S6. And this shows you the different way the apps can be laid out. You got the regular straight kind, little curved kind with the name, and then in rows or in a bubble type pattern. We're going to go with this layout today because it's kind of fun and different. Then you got these things here. I'm not sure what they do yet, but I'm pretty sure they're related maybe to Bluetooth connectivity. You got step count, you got music player, and all of that stuff shown on the watch face as well. And it just is color changing. In this case, these are not active. No, none of these other ones that look like they would be are, but in the other watch face they were. Okay, that's everything we got from sliding down. There's no multiple pages of it. Going this way, we've got our step count for the day. That's all. You've got heart rate now. It's landing over here to give you your heart rate, actually, your pulse. And this is just a graphic. It's not actually real showing you your heart rate over the 24 hours. Again, you can just cover the diodes with your finger and you'll get a heart rate, or you can put it on your wrist or wherever you'd like, of course, and get the reading. There you go. That's a little low. I should be about 80 or so while I'm doing the review, but it's starting to come up. So maybe it picked the last reading, and yeah, it's still 64. Not sure about the readings on this watch. They do seem a little bit off, so basically check them with your calibrated instruments before you rely on them of being accurate. It's an inexpensive watch packing a lot of stuff, including TWS earphones in here, so I'm not sure they're using the highest end quality of the connectors, or of the sensors. It's using green diode for your blood oxygen as well instead of the red diode technology, and red's a little bit better overall, they say, in terms of accuracy. It's last night's sleep time breaking down into I believe light and deep, and then you can hit a plus sign and add a few other things: breathing exercises, a stopwatch if you want to, weather in your area, although I haven't been able to get the weather to work yet, or you can just leave it just the basics like that, and pressing it will bring us back. Then come this way and you get the pull-out platform that shows you your time information, your overall sports, walking, running, cycling. No GPS in this watch, but it should tie into your phone for these different activities. Very small selection of activities here, and these are your most recently used apps, typical of what we've seen before. And again, going up now gives you the list of all of your apps, as opposed to usually you press the button to bring those up. And this is where you see notifications. But in this case, you're getting all of your apps here. So you've got your messages, and that's where we would have seen that activity. You got the pedometer. We've looked at that. Heart rate, sports we've seen, blood oxygen, and last night's sleep time. All those are across the side. The breathing exercise is something like this. Gives you a countdown, 3, 2, 1. It's vibrating as it's inhaling, and it's no vibration exhaling. It's not saying inhale or exhale, but generally you think, that's your inhaling, and you're exhaling. But you could flip it if you want to. Either way, you got vibration in the watch when it's doing this motion, and no vibration when it's doing the other one. And you could change some of the parameters for that. Weather, I just get 0. I can't figure out how to sync it inside the app, so that's not working. You have an overall stopwatch. It doesn't run in the background, but when you pause it and leave it, it will pick up from where you left off. Or you can, of course, reset it and start it over again. And you can't leave it like this. You can leave it once you pause it. Calculator is in this one. Nice little calculator with fairly decent digits. Readable. And your style, again, let's go back to linear this time. That's what that looks like. Then you got your dial switch, and this is where we could actually change the dials this way. Press and hold will do it, or twirling will do it. Any of those will do that. And up is where we were. In the style, dial switch, torch is a nice bright flashlight. Yeah, really, it lights the whole screen to its maximum brightness. Drink water, you can set your regular incremental notifications for hydration or for sedentary reminder every hour or so. You've got Bluetooth camera, so this can remotely take pictures when you're tethered to your phone. You can find your phone. Home takes you right back over to here, of course, which I don't even know why they bother having that, because you can just slide to get back home. And where were we? This is the QR code for the tethering app. Reset the watch completely. Your screen time now can be as low as 3 seconds or as long as 30 seconds. We've got it on the max for doing the review. Brightness we looked at, but here it is individually where you can set it, or you can set it from the pull-down screen. The languages that are supported are shown in here. We showed you that on the specs, but just to double check, this is what's actually installed on the watch, and it should pick up from your phone what language you're using. Shut down. This is the only way to shut down. Press and hold doesn't shut it down. So you have to literally come down here to turn the watch off. Remember that, because you're going to, well, how do I shut it off? About watch, we already saw the watch S6, and then your settings are just simply the twist your wrist to see the time on and off, and shock, which is vibration, on or off. And that's all there is on overall settings on this one. And that's it for the watch. For the earbuds now, you lift it up and pop them out. Now, they're really, really tiny, and they're meant to go completely inside your ear. They've got a nice rubber coating thing on here to hold it in, and you got your touch buttons on it. Basically, that's it. They're simple. They're not really full range. They'll work for playing music and listening to phone calls and such, but they're not like, super duper earbuds. But they do work well. They charge inside the case itself like that. We haven't used this app before. It's called Power Band, and I got to give you a warning. It's not a good app. It's aggressive. It wants to do things with your phone that I'd rather not see an app do. And that might be part of the reason it's been pulled from the Google Play Store and just recently put back on. Definitely make sure you use the copy in the Google Play Store. Look for that icon, Power Band by that company. It's hard to locate. Once you find it, you can install it. When you do, you can open it up. It only has 3 pages across here, and on page 1 it has 3 sections, and they're really, really limited. The first section is called Sport. And it basically doesn't scroll up or down. It'll refresh it from there. You tap it, you get today's step count, and I have no idea what this means. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That doesn't move. And it's showing you supposedly steps during that range. Previous page, next page don't work. Your total steps are here, distance and calories burned, 802, but it said 401. I really don't know what's going on. Quality? Yeah, I would rate it as bad. Come over here, sleep time, last 7 days sleep, 7 hours, flat, shallow, deep, and quality was good. When I touch on it, are you ready? You never seen a chart like that, I bet, for your deep, shallow, and wake time. Again, 11 through 16, total number of hours, there's 8. So I'm somewhere way up there, about a day and a half to 2 days in wake time. I got something just lit up there. What was it? I really don't know. Again, previous day collapses. There is nothing more. The next day, there's nothing more. So that's total wake sleep is 12 hours and 23 minutes. And yeah, I don't really understand how you could work with sleep. And then health, none of these click into it. There's no charts. It shows you a heart rate and a blood oxygen, and it's the most recent reading. There's no yesterday or tomorrow. You can hit examine, and it will actually activate the watch with the heart rate icon on there, and it will update the heart rate and the blood oxygen. It doesn't change the blood pressure, and it doesn't appear that's handled by this watch. And I get 1 degree, I believe it says, 1 day rest. Anyways, Z, 1 day of it, and there we go. Now it updated and it vibrated. And that's for the health. This shows you your records of each of the readings that have been taken and the date they were taken, but they're individualized readings. So I would be suggesting you get this because you like the watch, you like the watch faces, you enjoy having a case for your earbuds on your wrist that you could pop in when you need them. And other than that, I would pretty much skip out on the biometric aspect of it. Likewise, there's not really anything for doing your running or walking, your activities, or to display the results from that. When I come over to device, it just shows you that you're connected with the option to unbind it, but it doesn't let me make any updates or changes to the watch. If you go to the Me tab, you, like me, will be registered as Lenora Campbell. Hello, Lenora. Congratulations on registering this app in your name because you got it in the Google Play Store, pre-registered for all of us. So when you download it, check it out. See if you've got the same name or a different one. When you go into profile, theoretically, you could change it right here and edit the name to something else if you'd like to. But I wanted to show you how it shows up. You can set up female, although there's no period tracking on this one, your age, height, and weight, and all of that. And, of course, that's in metric. There's not an imperial setting for it either. A lot to be left out for, or a lot to be wanted for in this app. Anti-lost, if you separate from Bluetooth, you'll get notification that your phone and watch are too far away. You can find the band by pressing this. It's vibrating and it's flashing. And look at that, it's almost washed out and it's almost at the lowest setting. It is a very bright watch. You can set up alarms here that you push to the watch. You can shake the camera to take a picture. These are your watch themes. You've got the custom ones and a theme market. And these are the watch faces that you can download. Just a few of them. That's all there are. And then this is where you can choose different pictures, which is what I did to make the picture you see on the screen on one of the watch faces for the custom one. Other settings, this is where you can change your screen time and the time format from 12 to 24. You can also change the screensaver time on the watch from 3 seconds to 30, but you can do it in the app if you want to. And you can activate all these different things to be to notify you, as well as calling and SMS are on here too. Now, heart rate, examine. You can turn the heart rate switch on and the heart rate warning on. And I had those on, and I'm not sure why they didn't stick. Warning upper bound, lower bound, and your heart rate warning interval can be as low as every 20 minutes. You say okay, and that should have held. Okay. Gesture light up, that's twist your wrist, activate it here. Oops, sorry. Adjust the brightness of the screen. That's not part of the Samsung phone. That's, of course, a special app that I've installed to give me screen brightness control. Background mode configuration. You want to do all of these allowed. Here's where it starts to get a little nasty and testy on how it behaves. You have to go in and do these notification things, the power saving mode things, and the background run mode things. And it's kind of not forgiving about that. If you skip them, you can kind of work a way around it, like activating it through here and then going into settings and deactivating it if you don't necessarily want it to be in the power savings mode of always running in the background and all of that stuff. But it is there, and I think that's probably why Google's having a little bit of time messing around with them to try to meet the configurations of how they expect apps to work in the Play Store, because it doesn't match it straight away. Factory reset the watch if you want to. Some basic questions and answers are in here. And about the app itself, we're running version 2.1.3, so check your version to see which one you've got when you install it. Privacy policy and so forth. And that is all we have on this one. Again, there's no way I can track my walking or running or see the results of that on the app itself. It's exclusively in the watch. So let's switch back to the watch. So it's okay. It's okay for a fun little play watch if you really want one like this. I'd say this is great for kids. This is great, just for, not as your primary watch, but something fun to have, and have your earbuds with you if you wanted to, at a very inexpensive price, under $40. So head on over, Banggood. The shopping link is in the show notes. We got a coupon discount for you. It's on flash deal right now, so it's probably the best price you'll get. But if you're watching this review later and it's gone up, check and see, because we oftentimes will have a coupon that you can apply to bring that price back down. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again soon.